I really developed these concepts significantly after reading the book by Seth Godin, The Purple Cow. That's where I got that term, a remarkable customer experience. And then applying it to a business that we were starting right at that time, which was a frozen yogurt restaurant. We opened 2 of them. We owned those for 10 years and sold them, I don't know, it's been a while now, sold them about 5 years ago. And we had employees there that were hourly wage employees, young people, right out of high school, junior college type people. In other words, the hardest, you would argue, potentially, that hardest to motivate and get them to do customer service. But we did it exceptionally well. And how did we track that? Talking back to KPIs, of course, Google reviews, but then we had a mystery shopper program. We had a company that we paid, and once a month they would come in unrecognized. They would partake, they would buy a yogurt and then fill out a survey that we would get. So we were measuring customer service very seriously. It was very important to us. But it permeated everything to how you just articulated. From the point of even interview process for hiring an hourly wage employee, we would give all of those prospective employees a 2-page manifesto, as we called it. And what it spelled out is, this is how we behave here at Top It, was the name of the frozen yogurt restaurant. So what that did is that set the tone from day -1, right? Even before we interviewed you, it set the tone for, this is the environment you're thinking about walking into. What it did is people self-qualified out. No, that's not for me. That's not what I'm looking for. So from there, through the training, that's the key component, the training and the investment and the empowerment, that's how we were able to achieve it in that environment. That means a lot of different things. It means that we had a certification program for an hourly wage person to just make sure you got your yogurt and you checked out, because this was self-serve, mind you. So people would say, God, isn't that overkill? Aren't you spending too much time on that? That's what we were willing to invest to get consistently, or as close to humanly possible, consistent, remarkable service. We were willing to invest in someone, and before we put them customer facing by themselves, they had to be certified. That means they had to pass a test that showed that they had gained the knowledge of the product and how we do things. So I go into all of this detail because that's what it takes. The other example I think you and I have talked about is, why is Chick-fil-A able to do it? And they've got however many locations they have it. I've researched it, and a lot of people have. It's what they're willing to invest in the training and ongoing coaching of those employees. Here's the second part, because I realize all of you listening aren't doing retail or restaurants. It applies in different ways. And in some industries, it's more challenging than others, but I think the principles apply no matter what business. The other part of it is empowering that employee to really deliver on that customer promise. This is when you know if it's just the BS plaque on the wall at the bad fast food restaurants that have the employee of the month, but the employee isn't empowered to do anything. What do I mean by that? In our environment, it was easy. Our employees, all of them were empowered, that if a customer said, I don't like this, even though they did it to themselves, they mixed all the wrong things and it tastes terrible, they were empowered to say, no worry, give me your cup, go get yourself another one. They were empowered to fix the problem. Now, if I own an auto dealership, am I going to empower my sales guys to say, oh, you don't like the car, here's a new one? No, there are boundaries, right? Famously, there was a book I read, I can't remember what it was called, Customer Service. And back in the day, Nordstrom's was so good at this. There's a famous story, whether it's true or not, it lives in lore, of a lady who came in, older lady who came in and said, I'm not happy with these car tires that I bought here. And that sales clerk was empowered to say, no worries, man, we'll take them back. Yeah. I don't know if that really happened or not, really. But the point is, do you empower your team to really embody this promise that you've made to your customers related to remarkable experiences? And if you don't, then you will not achieve this. It'll just be lipstick on a pig, as I like to say.
Very well said. That's actually the perfect example. And, a simple business like self-serve frozen yogurt. Yeah, that covered a lot of what I wanted to mention.
Yeah. But you have to believe in it, right? Again, going back to a franchise, Giuseppe, the franchise is going to show you how to do that well. And going back to the point of the network, you're going to be able to connect with and visit and talk to, not just in your evaluation phase, but ongoing, people who are doing well. So learn from them. What are they doing that's making them successful? And I bet a lot of it is they're investing in training their people to deliver on that.
Is your business actually worth anything to a buyer? In our final segment, Henry gives the 5-point checklist for a high-value exit.